Hi there, I'm Kay Sanders, also known as the creator of Possibility. Now in this video, I would like to talk to you a little bit about how you can build your list of raving fans and then turn them into paying clients. Now let's start out by talking about why should you build your list or implement list building strategies. Now if you think about it, once people are on your list, that's your warm market. Right? They get to know, like, and trust you while they're on your list. You get to nurture your list. So people get to know you a little bit more. Then they start liking you. Then they're eventually going to trust you more. They also, I'm pretty sure you've heard the word before, the saying, the money is in the list, right? And it is so true. I mean, you can have thousands of followers on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, all these, social media platforms. But what are you going to do if one day those platforms are just going to disappear? Like, for example, Facebook right now is going through all these changes. I know that people were afraid that what if Facebook shuts down because of all that was going on. So if you have a huge following on Facebook and all of a sudden it's gone, those followers, they're gone too. So you really want to, that's why building your list is so very important. And it also makes it a lot easier to get those, inspired to turn them into clients. So let's talk a little bit about what if you don't build your list? For one, you're going to struggle to get clients because it is so much harder to get just strange people that don't even know who you are, that don't know what you do, that have never really heard it from you, that never really followed you. They definitely don't trust you to actually that you can help them. They don't know anything about you, and they probably don't like you yet because they simply don't know you. So it's going to be very difficult for you to get clients consistently. It also keeps you in the whole chasing after clients versus letting them come to you. Because if people are on your list and you do it the right way, people will then come to you. And I mean, isn't it a lot nicer when people come to you knocking on your door? I mean, not literally, but when they come to you saying, hey, I want to work with you, instead of you chasing after people. Do you want to work with me? Do you want to work with me? Of course, you're not going to say it like that, but just the activities that you're doing, like if you're going after people, trying to have conversation with people and they don't know you, that's considered chasing versus letting them come to you. So if you don't have a list, you're going to be more into the chasing mode rather than allowing them to come to you. And also, like I mentioned earlier, it's much harder to inspire your cold market, like people that don't know you, that don't trust you yet, that don't like you because they don't know you. It is so much harder to turn those people, those potential clients, which is considered a cold market, into paying clients versus if you have a list of raving fans, if you focus on list building strategies and you have those people on your list and doing it the right way, then you can inspire them to take the next step with you, because once they're on your list, they get to know you, because if you're doing it the right way, you're going to nurture that list, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. So they're going to get to know you. They're going to start liking you because of the amazing content that you bring. So they're going to be intrigued to learn more about you, and they're going to start trusting you that you can help them, that you have the solution for them. So much easier to inspire those people into paying clients than if you just throw something out there and expect your cold market, people that don't know you, to come to you. Okay, so that's really what, if you don't build your list, you're going to struggle with that. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about what are some of the list building strategies that you could implement, because there are many ways that you can really start building your list. One would be the famous lead magnet. That's like a PDF, audio, or whatever. It's a content that is of value. You drive people to a landing page, or you let people know about a landing page. And then if your offer is valuable enough where people say, oh, I need to have that, then they put themselves on your list in order to get your free offer. Now, of course, the free offer has to be valuable. It has to help your ideal clients with one problem. It has to be really valuable, not just, a little here and there, talking a little bit, talking stuff up, but you really want to provide content. You really want to give your best stuff. And I know I've heard people talk about, don't give away your best stuff. Why not? It lets people get to know you, like you, and trust you. Because if you give away your best stuff, and I'm not saying give everything away, but just for example, a lead magnet, if it's just one topic, and you share some tips, some strategies that can really help your ideal clients implement that and really helps them with a problem that they have, guess what? They're going to get to know you because of the content that you shared. They're going to like you because you shared such amazing value. They're going to trust you that you're not just after their money or get them on your list or anything like that, that you really value them. So they're going to trust you right away a lot more, okay? So don't be afraid to share your best content. So lead magnets, like I said, first one, that's like one of the most used one right now. Then also you can do webinars that also, lets people to get to know, like, and trust you because they get to hear you share valuable content. So webinars also, you get people to sign up so they're on your list, and then you can do the whole follow-up afterwards. Now, virtual summit, also an amazing strategy to actually supercharge your list building strategy. Yes, virtual summits or even a teleseminar, there are more work, because what you want to do is you want to partner up with other experts, bring them together, share valuable content. They will help you promote the event, you promote the event, so you get massive exposure, and you also get to supercharge your list building strategy, okay? So virtual summits, you can, if you're doing it right, you can grow your list by hundreds, if not even thousands of new subscribers. So virtual summits, powerful list building strategy, okay? And it's actually pretty fun because you get to connect with other experts, and I'll actually do a video about virtual summits, later on down the road as well, just to kind of get you an overview of like how powerful they are. But virtual summits, really very powerful list building strategies. Now, also being on summits as well, also great strategy for you to build your list. So virtual summit in general, either you're hosting it or being a guest speaker on, very powerful. Now you can also do gift giveaway events. They're similar to a virtual summit, just instead of doing an actual interview, a lot of like the experts, they just provide a gift giveaway, like a lead magnet. So also you can do it self-hosted, where you host a gift giveaway event, or be part of one. Either way, you're going to grow your list. I mean, of course, if you're hosting it yourself, you get to grow your list a lot more than if you're just being part of one, okay? But that's both two really valuable strategies to use. Now, you can also create your own Facebook group. Facebook groups, great strategy to grow your following. Yes, a lot more work. You have to really post every single day just to get some traction in there. But also great tool to grow your list, to grow your following. But then what you want to do, like I mentioned earlier, what if Facebook goes away? So what you want to do is you want to have different strategies to turn those Facebook group members into email subscribers. You can do that by, in your notes section about the group, like the introduction about your group, you can offer your lead magnets in there. You can host a Facebook challenge, and you can even offer your lead magnets, webinars, or anything else. Even like if you're hosting a summit, whatever you're hosting, you can share that as well. But you really want to, if you're growing your Facebook group, if that's one of the strategies you want to use, you want to make sure that you are trying to inspire them to become email subscribers. Like I said, what if you have, thousands of people in your Facebook group, and then tomorrow Facebook is gone and you're like, oh my God, where are my people? There's no way for you to actually stay in touch with them, okay? So you want to focus on getting them onto your list. Okay. The next step is, what do you do once they are on your list? Value. You want to nurture that list. You want to nurture those relationships by providing value. You can make offers too, but not as much. So you want to do like an 80-20. So 80% value, 20% offer. Or if you can even do it a little different, like 90% value and only 10% offer. Now you can also do hard offers versus soft offers. So a soft offer would be, here, click here to check out my video. Click here to check out my blog. Or, click here to, if you want some help in or a strategy session, click here and set up a session or something like that. So that is more of a soft offer that you can throw in between. It's like a call to action. I mean, you definitely want to have call to actions within your emails, and that call to action can just simply be, hey, click here to check out my video. Click here to check out my blog post or something like that. You want your list to do something with what they're reading, right? Not just text, but you also want them to take action. Like I said, It doesn't have to be buy this, buy that. That would be considered a hard offer. But a soft offer is just really something like that you're throwing in between. Hey, I was part of a summit the other day, check it out. Or I had an interview done here, check it out. So that's a soft offer. Now, a hard offer would be, I have a special going on right now, 50% off my, let's say, Mindset Mastery program. That would be a hard offer. It's just, the email is just geared towards making that offer. But you really want to nurture your list. If you're just doing offer after offer, you're not going to inspire them to take that next step. But I'll talk about the mistakes here in just a minute. But really, you want to focus on nurturing your list, providing great value. Now, you can email them daily if you like, or just once a week, twice a week, but you want to be consistent with emailing them. So, not like waiting like weeks at a time and then email them again and then wait a month or then, email them again right the next week. So you want to be consistent in emailing them. But you want to then eventually, slowly but surely, get them into the habit of taking action on your call to actions, and you want to also then get them onto your calendar. So you slowly but surely want to inspire them to take that next step with you. Now let's talk real quick about the mistakes that many entrepreneurs make. First of all, they don't build their list of raving fans, so they're struggling to get clients. They don't do any list building strategies, which makes it really, really, really difficult. Because like I said, you can have thousands of people on your social media, but what if it goes away tomorrow? Then what do you do? And also your social media, like for example, I have over 13,000 followers on LinkedIn. How many of those 13,000 do you think actually would see whenever I post something? Very, very little. I get maybe a little over 100 views on a video or something like that right now. But that's out of 13,000. So think about that. If I work on getting those people from LinkedIn onto my email list, then I have them so I can nurture that list. But even on Facebook, like if you have a huge following on Facebook, same thing. How many of those people do you think actually going to see whatever you're posting? And usually whenever you make an actual promotional post, less people are actually interacting with that. But how many people do you think are going to open up your email? Email is still a viable marketing strategy, so really make sure you do that. But like I said, a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't do list building strategies. Or another thing that they do is they just dump people onto their email list without their permission. For example, on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you can get people's email address. Well, guess what a lot of people do? They just dump those email connections onto their email list, which is actually illegal. You cannot do that. That goes against the whole spam law or the privacy protection law. So you cannot do that. So don't do the mistake of just dumping people on there, because for me, whenever someone does that with me, I lose respect for them. Because that, they just want me on their email list. I don't like that. So you really want to invite people onto your email list, but never just dump them. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you want to email your list regularly. A lot of times what I see is people work on building their list, but then they don't email their list. You want to build up a relationship with those people that are on your list, because then they get to know, like, and trust you, and then they get inspired to actually take that next step with you. And the next step can just simply be get on your calendar, or buy one of your low price products, or just check you out even more, or follow you on social media or something like that. But you want to get them into the next step, and you can only do that when you email them regularly. You build up that know, like, and trust factor, which also brings me to the next step. Is a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't provide good content, or they do too much promoting. So you really want to, when you think about writing an email, you really want to focus on what value can I provide to my audience. Now, I'm pretty sure you've heard the word before, idea client, right? One of the things that you can do is when you get ready to email your list, focus on that idea client, that avatar of yours. Really focus on that one person. That's one of the things I like to do is whenever I write content, email, even a video, I focus on my idea client. What content, what value can I share with this one person? And that's how you write your email. You can even, whenever you have something, whenever you experience something, whenever something comes up, you can write about that too. Whatever would bring value to your list, to your ideal client. Okay, so focus on that. So focus on providing good content, valuable content, content that your ideal clients, your list can actually do something with, right? Because you don't want to waste your time by reading a nonsense email, right? So really provide good content. Then another thing is, they give up their list building strategy too soon. Just because you build your list doesn't mean that they're all going to become your clients within just a few days. No, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it can take up to 7 to 12 touches, and a touch meaning making an offer to a person before they even take that next step. So a lot of people, they start with a list building strategy and then they just give up, because writing weekly emails or daily emails is just so much work, and why should I even do that if I don't get no results? So that's the mindset a lot of people are in, like, what if I do something consistently, I want to see results, right? Well, when it comes to that, you would be surprised how many people actually read your stuff without taking action, but then when you stop, they're going to reach out to you like, hey, what's going on? I haven't gotten an email from you in so long. What's happening? So people do read your stuff. People do notice you. But sometimes they're simply not ready to take that next step. So don't give up the list building strategy, okay? Don't give it up too soon. So with that said, let's wind down. Now, I want to leave you with, make list building a priority, because your list, that's your warm market. They already said yes to you to a certain extent. Maybe they haven't said yes to, becoming paying client, but they have said yes to you and your brand. So that's already considered your warm market, because once they're on your list, then you can inspire them to take that next step. It lets your audience to get to know, like, and trust you, and then they're ready to take that next step. Maybe not right away, but eventually they're going to be at that level, okay? So, like I said, provide great, valuable content, nurture your list, and don't give up, okay? Now, I also have something special for you. If you would like, a list building strategy, a client getting strategy, I would like to share with you my client getting formula. It outlines some of the list building strategies that I mentioned, and also some client getting strategies. And you can head on over to ksanders.com/client getting formula. And the link will also be in the show notes. So, go there, check it out. It has 5 steps in there that you can use to build your list and get more clients. Now, I want to thank you for tuning in. If you like this content, if you like this video, leave a comment below, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you will be notified of any upcoming episodes. And with that said, thank you so much for being here, and have an amazingly abundant and successful day.